Hi, Warrior, it's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Warlock. Today, we are at the Ravenhill Cemetery, guys. And the reason why we are here is we are going to be fighting against a ghoul. Another one of Abercrombie's creations. Before we do that, guys, we are going to make ourselves a soul stone. And then I need to get another soul shard here, guys. So we can craft ourselves a soul stone. Look at all this place is packed. Get him, get him. Okay, I guess it's like we're gonna have to face tank this guy. There we go. I hope you guys are doing well today. Doing pretty good. Interested to see if this mob is an elite or not. Usually she is. And she's also with a few others as well. We'll get ourselves a food buff too. A little food buff here. Need to use up these eggs. 2 stam. 2 spirit. That's the buff we'll get from these herb baked eggs. Alright, so here we go. Eliza's grave.
You dig through the semi-loose dirt over the grave and find the remains of a coffin. Within the coffin, you can feel the vibrating scrapes of clawed fingers and the gnashing of rotted teeth.
There we go. Let him get a little bit of a threat lead here. Where the heck is skeletons? Wow, they make her really easy in TBC. Oh, there's the guards. 1 guard. But no, there's 3. She's an elite as well. Nice taunt there. Alright, let's go pick up the Embalmer's heart, guys. There we go, we got the heart. I guess we will, we'll hold on to it for now. Eventually we'll turn it in. But I'm gonna head up here. And we'll turn in, the Rethban Ore quest. And then maybe we'll hearth back after that. And then we'll turn that in and then take a flight to Stormwind. And then we have a few quests to do here as well. And there's more Ashes of Creation drama going on, guys. The investors that were investing in the game are clearly not happy that the game is finished. So one of the investors, Jason Karamanis, supposedly alleged that the founder, Stephen Sheriff, orchestrated a $140 million fraud. Karamanis, who says he lost $12.5 million personally, claims Sheriff never invested his own money despite public statements of $30 to $60 million in self-funding. Total raised funds allegedly near $140 million from crowdfunding, private investments, loans, and other sources. He accuses Sheriff of financial misconduct and misleading investors. No criminal charges have been filed. These remain investor claims that may lead to a civil action. Lawsuit, I think. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I could imagine there's some people out to get him now. Or that are pretty pissed off that they, sunk that much money into something and they got nothing out of it. Except for like a few betas. That was the MMO. I remember like talking about that MMO quite a bit last year. Everyone was excited for it to eventually come out. A lot of content creators were backing it as well. And yeah, it just didn't work out. Yeah, MMOs are not cheap, man. 140 million bucks. And nothing came out of it. Well, they got the beta, obviously. They did make a world. It's just that it never really got, like, released. I think that's the problem with games like that. When they have, like... When games are very ambitious. And they don't realize that what they want to do is going to take longer than expected. And probably more money. They just eventually fold over time. I'm kind of surprised that like a game like Ashes of Creation, you know, is folded before Star Citizen. Like Star Citizen's still going, right? It's been it's been going for like over a decade. The game's been in beta for over a decade or something like that. I wonder what's going on with Star Citizen. And there's been quite a few changes, guys. With armor, supposedly, in TBC. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing what it's gonna be like. So supposedly, mobs didn't really have any armor or much less armor than they were supposed to. And it's increased by almost like tenfold on some mobs. An example is a Dreadfang Lurker. It had the had 432 armor, and now it's got 4,991. So armor was significantly lower than what it should have been. And I guess that's why rogues were doing pretty damn well for the last week. But now they can clearly tell a difference that they're much weaker
Good day to you.
than they were a few days ago. Yeah, the Rethban ore.
Splendid. I can use this ore to make my dye and then can finish copying the stresses of iron. Thank you, adventurer. Now that I've finished copying the book, here's the original stresses of iron. Thank you for your patience, and if you see Milton, please tell him I'm sorry for the long delay.
Alright, so we'll deliver that book when we get back to Stormwind. I just want to turn in this Embalmer's Heart here. Yeah, warriors are also struggling. Everybody said that about Phase 1, like, warriors and rogues are just brutal. Warriors eventually get better, though. So do rogues. Just takes a few phases. Have you yet found Eliza's grave? Do you have the Embalmer's Heart?
You've done it! The magic within his heart will be proof against the Embalmer's evil and a powerful aegis over the town of Darkshire. You have done a great thing for our people, adventurer. Your name will remain in our annals forever.
Cool thing about Paladin, though, is they're kind of like a mix of spell damage and physical. With, like, the light damage that they do. So my Paladin should be alright. But my Paladin will do less damage, though, now. We were destroying stuff in the open world. Like, I was just three-shotting mobs.
Hello, where would you like to fly to? Farewell.
But things have changed, it seems. It's going to take longer to level now. Which I don't mind. It is what it is. We'll see if people complain enough. Maybe they'll give us a Joyous Journeys from 60 to 70. Or give us a month of Joyous Journeys. I doubt it, though. 50% experience gain. And this is hurting tanks as well. Warrior tanks are having even more issues with threat. So there's even less tanks for people to play with now. Like, you can play with a warrior, just they've taken a significant hit from this armor increase. Paladins don't really have that issue because they have spells that reduce threat that your group does and increase threat. That they also have like consecration as well, which is AoE. It's an amazing AoE threat holder. So paladins will be fine, but warriors look to be in a rough spot. We'll also pick up infiltrating the castle. We might as well finish this up. We're going to have to go back, though, and get this guy an apple, I think, though. Just remembered that about this quest. Be nice if we could hit level 30 here, though. So we'll try.
To be taken lightly. Yeah, I can help you, but what you need to do is divvy out a form of justice that's not legal if you're to see this through to the end. Leskovar and Marzen need to be dealt with, and swiftly. Do you think you're capable of such a thing? You decide. If so, then make haste to the castle and find an old friend of mine, a gnome named Tyrion. He's been watching Leskovar now for a couple weeks. He should be able to help you end this.
All right. Okay, so let's return to Kristoff here, and then we'll turn in Seeking Wisdom. Maybe we'll pick up Missing Diplomat as well. Since we're going to be heading to the keep anyways, might as well pick that up. And if we hit level 30, we can get our mount, guys. Which would help out quite a bit.
What can I do for you? That's the one. Thank you, adventurer. May the light shine brightly upon both your body and spirit.
Yeah, we're going to get level 30, guys. We're getting our mount today.
Okay, excuse me, sir. Bishop Delavy asked me to approach adventurers that might be able to help him with a delicate matter. If you could quietly head to Stormwind Keep and speak to him at your earliest convenience, I'm sure he would appreciate your help.
What a nice guy Thomas is. Was that it?
Again, please be discreet. It is a matter of some importance.
An evil taint has gained a
There we go.
foothold within the already beleaguered Duskwood. I thank the light we have a hero such as you to face it, but you must first prepare yourself for the coming trial. For the necromancer Morbid Fell is immensely powerful and has cast dark enchantments about himself to protect him from physical assaults. If you are to defeat him, you will need a weapon that is proof against these protections. Years ago, the Third Fleet of Kultiris sunk along the coasts of the Wetlands, an expanse of marsh north of the dwarven kingdom of Ironforge. Aboard one ship was a load of Lightforge iron. This metal is precious to us, for items crafted from it strike with holy truth. If you are to face Morbid Fell, then you will need such a weapon. Go to Menethil Harbor and speak with my dwarven colleague Glorin Steelbrow. If that lost metal can be found, he'll know where to look.
All right. So there we go. We'll probably do that, guys. We'll eventually come back to Duskwood and take down Morbid Fell just to make Sven feel Like he got a little bit of revenge for the death of his family. But really, it was Medivh that did it. But it wasn't just Medivh that did it. It was also Sargeras. Sargeras is the real culprit there. Medivh wouldn't have been that wicked if it wasn't for Sargeras. I wonder if we'll see Sargeras again in the retail expansions. He's imprisoned right now with Illidan. But maybe we'll see him come back to help fight against the Void.
No doubt, if you're asking me about my business here in the keep, then young Thomas has succeeded in requisitioning you to help our kingdom. He has always been adept at following my requests. I'm afraid I don't have time to elaborate much, so allow me to be blunt. And please, try to keep this from becoming common knowledge. Recently, a diplomat was sent to Theramore to meet with Jane of Proudmoore. That diplomat never arrived. I believe the Defias are involved in this plot, but I'm not sure how. The diplomat's disappearance still eludes public attention, but it can't remain that way for long. Agents of the king are already scouring the city for clues, but I have my own contacts I would like involved. In the Valley of Heroes is an old friend of mine named Jorgen. Find him, give him this note, and follow his instructions.
What the? Don't sneak up on me like that! Keep your voice down! What in the name of the shadow are you doing sneaking up on me for? Can't you see I'm busy, you daft fool? What do you mean, what am I doing?
There we
I'm
go.
waiting for the next dark portal to open. What the heck do you think I'm
Level
doing?
30.
Speak your piece and be off with you. For the guards notice the two of us hiding in the bushes together. I have a reputation to maintain. Trius wants the timetable pushed up some, huh? Okay, we can do that, but I'm not ready. And know this, I'm doing the hard part, but you're the one that's going to get his hands dirty, understand? Good. Okay, I'll need you to get me a few things before I can put my plan into effect. I got the perfect disguise that'll get Spybot past those guards. Bring me some silk and a couple apples. The silk's up to you, but Clara's little farm right outside the city has the perfect-sized apples.
Oh my! This book hasn't rested on these shelves since before the rebuilding of Stormwind years ago. It will have to be restored, of course, it's in bad shape, but I would be honored to place it within our rare books collection. Thank you, sir. Please accept this as payment for returning the book. Adventurer, if you don't mind a long journey, then I have a task for you to again help Stormwind fill its library. The old kingdom of Alterac fell after the Great War, and it had a large collection of books. It's a tragedy that the city is ruined, but even more tragic is all of their knowledge lost. We must recover what we can. South Shore is the closest town to the ruins of Alterac. Go there and speak with Lore Master Dibs. He can direct you to the ruins and to what books may be found there.
Alright, so we hit level 30, guys, which means we unlocked a talent, and we also unlocked a new row of talents as well. Shadow Embrace, the Corruption Curse of Agony, Siphon Life, and Seed of Corruption spell also cause the Shadow Embrace effect, which reduces physical damage caused by 1%. And then there's Siphon Life, transfers 15 life from the target to the caster every 3 seconds. It's pretty damn good. And Curse of Exhaustion, reduces the target's movement speed by 30% for 12 seconds. Only one curse per warlock can be active on any one target. Alright, so we can either max out Empowered Corruption, or we could just, we might go with Siphon Life. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we'll take that. So there we go, we got Siphon Life now. I think that's probably better than Drain Life, so we'll just put that there. And we'll continue our journey to the Warlock Trainer here. We're going to pick up this quest called Seeking Strahd. I assume this is probably connected to the Warlock mount. We should get some new talents. A lot of talents, actually. Great Soulstone rank 2. Demon Armor rank 2. Drain Life rank 3. What's better, Drain Life or Siphon? This is 15 health over 3 seconds. Drain Life's going to give us 29 health every second. So yeah, maybe Drain Life rank 3 will be better. This is the wrong place. It's just over here. Hellfire rank 1, that's an awesome AoE spell. Ignites the area surrounding the caster, causing 83 fire damage to himself and 83 fire damage to all nearby enemies for every second. So you lose health while you're doing it, but you're doing quite a bit of AoE damage.
Greetings, yes, adventurer? It is time you learned the Fell Hunter summoning, adventurer.
Oh, we're going to learn Fell
I do
Hunter.
not have the reagents and items necessary to teach you here, so you will have to seek out another, Strahad Farsan, another of our inner circle. He makes his residence in the Goblin Port of Wrath.
There it is, summon
I will
Felsteed.
send word ahead of you to inform him of your coming.
Hellfire. Immolate rank 4. Pretty nice. A lot of spells. Let's check these out here. So Drain Life rank 3 seems to be better than Siphon Life. Let's put Siphon Life over there. Oh, but so I guess you take Siphon Life so you can get into Shadow Mastery. Increases the damage dealt of life drained by your shadow spells by eventually 10%. It's pretty damn good. Alright, so we got Siphon, we got Drain Life rank 3 up there, Create Soulstone rank 2. Just gives you a better Soulstone. When you come back to life, you'll have 750 health and 1200 mana now. Demon Armor rank 2. 300 armor now. Up from 210. We get 9 health every 5 seconds instead of 7. So that's an upgrade. Subjugate Demon. This is one we didn't go through yet. New spell. Subjugates the target demon up to level 32, forcing it to do your bidding. While subjugated, the time between the demon attacks is increased by 40% and its casting speed is slowed by 30%, lasts up to 5 minutes. If you repeatedly subjugate the same demon, it will become more difficult to control with each attempt. Let's put that there for now. And then we got Summon Felsteed. There it is. Let's put that here. Hellfire rank 1. Immolate. I know we got Immolate rank 4. Now it does 90 fire damage and 165 fire damage over 15 seconds. There's Hellfire. This here. Need to get some more bars up here. Yeah, there it is, Hellfire. Alright, so that should be it, guys. Updated our bars. Now we'll check out our Felsteed. We got him out now. And we'll continue these quests here. Need to go outside of Stormwind and get some apples. And there it is. Did you look at that? There's another warlock right there. Oh yeah, we have to get our we have another Seeking Strahad. It's in the Barrens. So we have to turn this in the Barrens as well. So we'll probably head over to the Barrens pretty soon. After we finish everything we want to do in Menethil Harbor, we'll make our way to the Barrens and potentially hop into RFK. Hopefully we're not getting too high of a level for these dungeons, but we're getting pretty damn close. 31 is the last level for RFK, and 32 for Gnomergon, so should get in there soon. It's nice having a mount, though. This mount looks badass. And the journey to get the next mount is going to be pretty hectic. Hopefully we can find a good group for it. Almost died helping some warlocks try to defeat the last boss for it. You have to fight waves and waves of imps.
Hey there.
You better have a good reason to interrupt a man in his fishing. I don't take kindly to peddlers, let alone beggars.
All right, I'll help you, but not because I want to, but because I'm obligated. And let's get one thing straight. You're knowing far more than you should to begin with. Let's keep this our little secret, and don't go blabbing at any taverns about anything you find out. Understand? Take this here note to Elling Trias. Don't say nothing else to him. Just be polite and wait for him to respond, and don't worry, he will. I'm gonna only impress this on you once more, adventurer. Treat this matter seriously and keep your yapper shut. You can find Trias at his cheese shop, Trias Cheese, in the Trade District.
Trias Cheese. All right, let's get some apples, guys. Got our apples. And we'll have to make our way to, we have to bring 3 silk cloth, 2 apples. I think we have the silk cloth, so should be fine. Hopefully we can deal with the mobs that we had to fight for this. But I think we'll be okay. A lot of these quests seem like they're much easier in TBC compared to in vanilla. Like that Embalmer's Heart quest was kind of a joke. She's actually a pretty scary fight in vanilla. She's an elite, and she, I think, instantly comes out with like 3 skeletons that are pretty tough to fight.
What can I do for you?
Hello, Traviseen. Is there something I can do for you? Perhaps you'd like to try some of our special Trias cheddar, or a block of Darnassian blue.
I'm sorry. A letter for me? Well, I'll be not often. You get a delivery that's not a crate or barrel when all you do is work. Let's see what this is about. You look a little tense. You okay, adventurer? Jorgen, you old son of a... So that's how it's going to be, huh? All right, I can deal with that. I hope he finds the twisting nether that much sooner. Here's what's going to happen, adventurer. I'll start using my contacts here, but you're doing most of the footwork, so I save some coin. Head to Darkshire and Duskwood and find Watcher Bacchus. He usually patrols the North Road right outside of town. Just tell him you're looking into any Defias activity for me, and he'll help you out with any information he can.
All right. I'll show you guys my graphic settings. I think someone asked. Might have forgot to show you guys, but this is what I have it set up as at 4K render scale. I got a 4K monitor, that's why I have it at 4K. I just put it at 4K for no reason. Some people ask me, they're like, the game's not really 4K, but it is. Like, we're playing in 4K right now, and I render the videos in 4K. And I just play on 10, highest graphic settings you can play on. I think we disabled a few things, ray trace shadows. We don't need any ray tracing. VRS mode. Max background FPS, I think we have it locked at 30 FPS, and target FPS is 60. This is if you fall below a certain frame rate. It'll just reduce the graphics quality. I think it's okay to have that. But this is limiting it a bit. I guess you could take it off and then raise it, but I don't know. This is how I keep it. Maybe we'll play with this a little bit later. Because you could make it look even better, I think.
You'll have to be patient with me, adventurer. I've got my
Aw,
spy bot
crap.
inside working on a very delicate matter. I'll be with you in a second. Oh, and do me a favor. Try not to let Leskovar see you. We're about to ambush him.
Looks like we're waiting for Jim from sales to complete this quest. Alright guys, we're back and it's time to get this quest going. I've been watching Leskovar for a couple weeks now. Trias has never trusted him, but we didn't suspect he was involved in anything to do with the Defias Brotherhood. We were following leads that tied him to the Twilight's Hammer. Either way, he's become more dangerous than the city can deal with, and that's where we come in. Get me those items and we can put my plan into effect.
These will do nicely, adventurer. Great job. I have the rest of the gear I'll need in my pack. Thank the light. I just got a tailor friend of mine to make me a silk bag. I was running out of room carrying all my gear around. Before Spybot heads in, let's get the details set so you know what you have to do. After I put on Spybot's disguise, he'll head in to talk to Leskovar. The guards should let him pass no problem. While you were getting materials for me, I took care of informing Marzin that it was time for him and Leskovar to meet again. I even dropped some false information. Leskovar will dismiss his guards and wait for Marzin out here in the garden. After you catch wind of talk about the Defias, make your move. You need to kill them both before the guards return. When you're done, speak to Trias.
Alright, so now we have to wait for her to lead him out into the open. And hopefully we can take him down. We'll check out our Drain Life effect. I think that's what this build's all about. You just dot stuff up and then you just drain life. And then you won't get interrupted because you have a 72% chance to avoid interruption because of fell concentration. And then once we get this going, like Siphon Life with Shadow Mastery setup, the damage dealt or life drained from your shadow spells by increased damage will do now from that combo, I guess you could say. I'm pretty sure that's what it's all about. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm just guessing. Yeah, we got our mount. It's pretty awesome. It's an awesome time right now. Head over to the Barrens. We got a few quests to turn in. And then we'll make our way down to Razorfen Crawl. And there he is. Lord Gregor Escobar. Or Leskovar.
Oh, if I only had a tree branch to hold up in front of me, the guards would never see me then.
I think we'll probably pull off Starfog. We'll see. A lot of RP for this quest, though. You have to kind of wait for him to have a little chat. There. Marzin the Silent Blade. There you are. What news from Westfall? Van Cleef sends word that the plans are underway, but he heard rumors about someone snooping about. It could be that Meddler Shaw. I will see. Very well, I will turn then. Now we can go fight. Get him too. Just let those dots tick, Sarfog. You're doing a great job. Looks like we're not pulling off any of them here. We might pull off Leskovar. Okay, we did. This is when we do our Drain Life. Feel the power. There we go.
Oh, if I only had a tree branch to hold up in front
And I think we have to wait for the Spybot to come back. Right? the attack. I'm pretty sure we won't do this. Yeah, I have to wait for the little bot to come back before we can turn it. Oh, no, no, no. We just go and see Trias. Always forget about that part. It's just tripping me out because we have the quest here. Maybe it's just like a bug from Questie.
So it is done. Good. Thank you greatly for your discretion, adventurer. You've proven worthy on more than one count. I'll be sure to keep my eyes on you and your progress within the Alliance. Be sure to keep your nose clean. Find Shaw in Old Town. Let him know that the Leskovar threat has been dealt with, and about your involvement in the Lord's plots against the city. I'm sure he'll be proud to have another hero among Stormwind's citizens. He'll more than likely send you off to meet with the prince or some other noble. Don't let it get to your head, adventurer. The nobles can think they rule the city all they want, but some things remain out of their hands.
There's a Gnomergon group. Should we just hop into that? Thing is, we'll probably outlevel Razorfen Crawl. But it is what it is. Looks like we might do some Gnomergon, guys. Pretty sure we got all the quests. We can always go to the Baron Slayer.
7 headquarters, adventurer. He is dead then? Your justice was swift, adventurer. I pray to the light that I never become your quarry. I mean no criticism, adventurer. How could I, being the master of all assassins? But in truth, you have done the people of Stormwind a great service, and for that, I thank you. Ah, I almost forgot. Alexton came while you were away. He wished to speak with you. No doubt he wishes to report the goings-on of the Defias Brotherhood to the nobles. A bit of advice, adventurer. If anyone should ask, I would provide all details, but that it was your hand that slew Leskovar. Trust me, I am acquainted with the ways of such things. And as far as Trias goes, well, speak to no one of him, ever, if you can help it.
Okay, so they're taking a break. Yeah, 1 sec. This guy's like 1 sec, gang. Looks like we got a little bit of time. Okay. All right, so we got time. We can turn in this quest and maybe sell a little bit of junk and repair our gear.
It's good to see you, adventurer. I have heard that Lord Gregor Leskovar was found dead not long ago. It would seem that you were successful in your mission. You have my gratitude that you have saved me and many others from Van Cleef's revenge.
I have prepared a report for the king. I believe you should be the one to deliver it to him along with an account of your findings. Do not worry, there is no doubt that he will commend you for doing your duty to the people of Stormwind. Your audience is scheduled soon, so you'd best hurry. It's a bit of a ways to Stormwind Keep.
Alright, so there we go. We got the report of the Defias Brotherhood. From the hand of Barrows to Alexton, Office of the City Architect. Stormwind, Your Majesty, there are many reasons as to why I felt that a report should be compiled and presented on the recent affairs of the Defias Brotherhood and their activities throughout the kingdom. For perspective, I shall begin with a bit of history. As you may or may not know, my service to the city of Stormwind began as a member of the Stonemasons Guild. Through years of work, we completed the rebuilding of Stormwind, at which time the Stonemasons Guild bills and fees and salaries left unpaid and unspoken for. At that time, Edwin Van Cleef had been elected Guildmaster of the Stonemasons and spoke out demanding restitutions for our works. In response, the Stormwind House of Nobles ordered the Stonemasons Guild disbanded, which understandably angered Van Cleef, leading a riot. Van Cleef led the Stonemasons out of the city. Before I continue, there are some other events that took place during this time that I should bring to your attention. First, it was at this time that I was offered the position of city architect if I did not join with Van Cleef because of certain ideological differences. I chose to remain in Stormwind. During the riots, Van Cleef's lieutenants and most trusted assistant, Basil Thread, was captured and held in prison, awaiting trial and questioning. Thread was almost forgotten about in the stockade. Returning to Van Cleef after he led the remnants of the stonemasons out of Stormwind, he took advantage of the relatively unprotected state of Westfall and used his considerable manpower to run many of the farmers off and take over the handful of gold mines. Taking advantage of the resources at his disposal, Van Cleef hatched a plan of retribution against the government of Stormwind. This information came to light recently with the assurance of the bearer of this document, who was instrumental in shedding light on this vast conspiracy.
Light be with you. Be careful.
Traviseen, yes, I was informed by Barrows Allison that you would be coming. I must say, I am most interested in what you have to say.
You are to be commended for the service you have done.
That's hilarious.
Stormwind, adventurer. If Van Cleef had been successful in his machinations,
Got the seal of
he would
Rin.
no doubt have done considerable harm to the kingdom.
Awesome ring. Big upgrade there. 3 strength, 3 agi, 4 stam, 4 intellect, 3 spirit. And Lady Prestor here, Katrana Prestor, is actually a Nixia, guys.
Take this adventurer
Which is a
as
black
token of
dragon
the
from the Black Dragon Flight.
Take this
There we go, guys. And now we are here in good old Gnome Ragon. I think they're waiting for one more. And I believe we will we'll call this episode here, guys. And next episode we will enter into Gnome Ragon and complete all of the quests that we have. We have quite a few to complete. So I'm looking forward to completing most of these. We'll see how this goes. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.